related to
SLS free.
your broadcasting?
Can I tell you something that annoys me? I like this soap. But can I tell you something that annoys me? So they have S period, L period, S, no period.
Oh my god. How dare they? You should write to somebody about that.
I mean, it's our neighbor, right? I could just talk to her about it, but like, I'm annoyed that there's no fucking period after the
Don't
other
ruin
S.
this for me. I'm trying to make a soap. Don't ruin this for me.
Also, what is an SLS? An SLA is a service level agreement.
Anyone who's worried about
It's like
it and
service
is
level
looking-
soap.
If somebody's looking for that to make sure that it's free of it, they're going to know what it is.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. It's cool soap though.
It smells awesome.
It's made out of bamboo charcoal.
Charcoal is a purifier, and I've seen like toothbrushes and everything made out of it. And I really like the way it feels when you use charcoal-based stuff. It's kind of like really refreshing. But isn't that logo awesome? Anyway, so this is a soap company I'm going to work with. Anyway, enough about soap.
Fucking smells good though. You can't eat soap, right? That's not a thing you should do.
I ate soap a lot as a kid, actually.
Did you swear a lot as a kid? Did you get in trouble?
I did get in trouble. Well, my mom was strict.
Did your mom make you eat soap? Did she put soap in your mouth?
There was definitely, I remember one incident. I think that might have been the only time.
I think that happened to me once as well.
Yeah, I think it only takes once, really. I think it's a really effective parenting tool.
I think what happens is your parents do it once and then they go, I'm a monster. Like, shit.
I have some moments that I definitely regret as far as disciplining.
Yeah.
Not like beating our child, but just like, wow, that's a little bit less. Like, I was hoping that'd be cooler.
Is that flowy musician that you were all into earlier?
Oh, she plays again, because I wrote down the casual Austin weirdness, and then all the weirdness went out, so I just put casual Austin.
I thought you wrote down, I can almost see her vagina in that dress.
You're gonna have Tumblr so mad at you.
You're the one that wrote it.
No, I didn't. They were anything vagina related at all.
Don't be a vagina denier, they exist. You're a weirdo. I like our neighborhood. I mean, I like this neighborhood that we're hanging out at.
I'm so close in now that I was gonna be like showing the space, but I can't now. Thanks.
No. Nobody's gonna know where we are.
It's just your face. We live in your face.
You're getting behind on your beer.
No, I really am. I was gonna go work out, and you somehow I'm drinking a beer with you. I thought that was gonna happen.
It's kind of like my superpower.
I was all ready to work out.
You've got your Lululemons on.
And I ran to the bar.
So I told you that I'd read that Lululemon's like a cult.
Yeah, no, I believe it.
And then we were there today to get my phone fixed.
I had never ever been...
And you went in there.
I'd never been in there. I'd never tried it. I'd just never seen it. And then I went in today, and they were like, is this your first time here? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh my God, I'm so excited for you. Oh my God. And they all like told each other about it. It got a lot of control.
Dude, I wouldn't fuck around with those chicks. They were pretty built.
Well, there was a dude there too, just as excited about it. So
they look like they could mess you up if they wanted to.
Yeah.
There were a lot of guns.
I will say, I feel really motivated in this outfit, and
Yeah.
I'm eventually going to get to the gym, so I know it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's like the Jim Jones of yoga.
Yeah, I'm going to take it back. That was I don't think anyone in this feed is going to know who Jim Jones was. Do any of you know who Jim Jones is? Do any of you remember that? Are any of you old enough to remember that? Not to be ageist, but...
Purple Kool-Aid.
He's totally the cult guy. You got it.
Yeah.
He's the Kool-Aid guy.
He was the Kool-Aid guy. You know how many people died that day?
It was a lot.
It was like 200, I think. Yeah, it was like 200 people.
And it was
approximately.
Wasn't it Central America?
Central America. Yeah, it was like Guatemala or somewhere. I'm sure I got the country wrong.
No, where was it specifically? Anyone out there know?
Ecuador. I think it was
call experts.
Honduras. It was somewhere around there.
900 people. Oh man, that's a lot of people.
Was it that many?
When your cult is going that well, why would you kill it? Be like, damn, our numbers are growing.
Well, because if you get some growth is unsustainable, you know.
No, but
it's the best thing in the world.
If you're gonna be
the best thing in the world is to have a cult go from 200 people to 900 people. The worst thing in the world is to have a cult that has 900 people go to like 750.
Yeah, no,
and then you're slipping away.
Well, that's the thing. You gotta.
And then like people are losing faith, and then they're like they're not gonna want to commit suicide when there's only So it's like you gotta strike while the iron's hot.
You're right about that. I wonder if I bet modern cult slightly in the future cults are going to be so much different than like the David Koresh's and everything, just because of social media.
Did I ever tell you how I saw
Instagram.
David Koresh hitchhiking like 3 months after he died?
Really?
Yeah, I swear to God it was him. I was driving on. It was in high school. I was driving on the road, and he walked past me, and I looked at him, and he looked at me, and he smiled at me like, "Yeah, that's right, it's me." And I was like, fuck, that's David Crash. I didn't hit him with my car because what if it wasn't? But, you know, I was pretty sure it was.
Oh my god. Well, that cult actually that David Crash was part of, the Branch Davidians.
Branch Davidians.
They had predicted the end of the world multiple times and been wrong about it, and I think at that point they were just like, okay, we gotta have it end now or it's just not gonna work out for us anymore.
Yeah.
Not to laugh about it, it's very sad. But still, it was like their third time predicting the end of the world, and it's like somebody had to get it done.
So the ATF did.
Anyway, dark topics.
What's going on the internet? What are you guys doing?
What is the craziest? Lindsay Whitley would like to know what the craziest thing you've ever witnessed was craziest thing you've ever witnessed in person.
That's like a pre 20 years of alcohol question. I guess I've seen some weird stuff. I saw a lady die one time. That was rough.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. She like died staring at me. That was weird. It was a car crash. That's pretty fucked up. How about you, Griffin? What's the craziest thing you've ever seen?
Oh man, I don't think anything of that.
I saw some weird shit in the army, you know? I saw David Koresh once.
After he was claimed to be dead.
Yeah.
Oh man. Somebody thinks, Joey Marshall thinks you have a sexy facial hair.
Thanks, Joey.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that. I really can't think of anything. And I have seen some crazy shit. Like, I'd like to go find stuff, but... Yeah, I don't know.
That dog with the mohawk's name was Apollo.
I want to show the dog, but
He left. His name was Apollo. That's a great name.
The dog with the mohawk was and originally inspired this Periscope. We never got to it.
He had a fucking bright blue mohawk. That was awesome. And a puffy blue tail.
Somebody said, how about them Clippers?
Yeah. Blake Griffin's back. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully that'll be a little injected adrenaline into the playoffs.
Baseball 96 says, how far will the Celtics go?
Second round. Well, it depends on tonight. Tonight's a big deal. Tonight, right now, please don't spoil it, because I was going to watch the game, but then Griffin made me walk the dog. But they're playing the Hawks right now, and if they beat the Hawks, they're in third place. And then they just have 2 games to maintain it. So if they end up in third place, there's a really good shot that they'll play Charlotte and make it to the second round.
Cool.
Super.
Nicole,
by the way, that is the way to make a woman's vagina. Just like.
Yeah, Nicole Baldwin said use sports, and I totally agree, Nicole.
Yeah.
I just kind of wanted to stop it. The whole
Griffin and I will no longer be having intimate times this evening.
Okay. Well, actually, we should probably get back pretty soon, right?
Yeah, finish your beer.
Do you want to say goodbye to everyone?
I want to watch you finish your beer.
I don't want to drink.
Geoff,
fast.
block me on Twitter. All right.
Somebody keeps saying that.
Celtics +3. What's your favorite?
What does it take for you to block somebody on Twitter? Have you ever blocked anyone?
I probably have. Have you had a ghost experience, Griffin?
Well, I'd like to think so. I mean, I guess I interpret it that way. Yeah, I think so.
Do you want to tell us about it?
I'm trying to think of the most dramatic. Oh, I saw...
Nuggets.
When Millie was a baby, I went into her room once. She was crying, and I went in there. She was old enough to stand up in the crib. And I opened the door, and standing next to the crib in the middle of the room was a black figure. It was sort of like a silhouette of a man. Like, it looked like a man, like in height and like, you know, the way a man looks in a silhouette. I'm not making myself very clear. Anyway, but it was not like, it looked like a shadow, but it was substantial, and then it was gone like in a split second. So I think that was a ghost.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. What about aliens? You ever seen an alien?
No,
Yeah.
but I remember it.
Do you have a favorite rapper? She's actually not drunk.
No, I'm not drunk.
Too spooky.
I got less
Jazz
today.
are not gonna beat the. Jesus Christ, man, really?
Did you want to take it back and talk about basketball?
Somebody said Jeremy. Spurs gonna beat the Warriors tomorrow. It's possible. What size is your septum ring? What size did it used to be before when you went tough?
It was 8. Now it's tiny.
What's
Maybe
the
16?
small one? 16.
Or-
Oh,
It's tiny.
yeah.
I don't care though. Fuck it.
Somebody likes your sunglasses.
Thanks, they're new.
Somebody wants to know how you're so awesome every day.
Somebody doesn't know me very well.
I agree. Somebody wants you to slap me really hard. Where's Millie at? That's a great question.
Ooh, that's
Millie
good.
is taking care of shit. Taking care of business. How am I so lucky? I love you too.
I just
Oh,
bought,
what bands are you listening to right now?
so I just bought this card. I collect greeting cards just so I have them every time I need to give somebody something at the last second. Got it?
Yeah.
I didn't like the inside, but I never looked on the inside. I thought it was a blank card.
No, it's a gross card.
Yeah, but for somebody, it's gonna work. I'll be like, oh, I got the perfect card for that. Like,
So what bands are you listening to right now? Somebody said, "Is that a puss?" That's what I thought too.
I've been fluctuating between techno and bluegrass, so it's kind of weird at the moment.
Yeah. Somebody said, "How do you handle me? How do you deal with maybe marrying me?"
That is an ongoing question and project. Jeff and I are good at the moment. I think are we happy at the moment?
For like the last 30 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, and if this 30 minutes is going great.
People want to see you in more Let's Plays.
Well, I don't know. I would like to be in. Jeff and I are talking about doing some projects that aren't Let's Plays, but it will be the two of us.
Somebody said
bantering.
You should check out the Way Down Wanderers. They're a bluegrass band.
The Way Down Wanderers.
Yeah.
I may forget that, but if he tweeted at me.
How much beer did you drink today?
Like, this is my first beer. I try not to drink beer anymore because I'm.
Well, you had a bunch of cider
gym
and
person.
liquor and other stuff there. You're a gymmer, is how it's called. Griffin on off topic. I don't think Griffin wants to be on off topic. However, Griffin will be on.
Yeah, tell me what I want to be a part of. Tell them what I. But
I mean, do you want to listen to Michael yell for 2 hours on camera?
I hang out with them. That's
Yeah.
part of the
All right.
experience.
Somebody else said, yeah. What if instead of on topic or off topic, what if Griffin and I just made our own podcast?
Well, that's the thing we keep talking about for sure.
Well, it's going to happen. They're making a set, so it's going to happen.
Jeff could also be in an ASMR video, right?
would.
Who out of you guys out there, how many of you want to see Jeff in an ASMR video?
Oh my God, nobody
Because I have a role play series that I want to start with Max, and it's going to incorporate guest people.
Somebody
Jeff
said
could be a guest.
Similarly, somebody just said they love it if you shit on their face.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you have an interest in
There's
shitting
people
on
that I would shit on their faces, but not for like a fun
Not
reason.
for a sexy
No,
reason?
it wouldn't be sexy.
No.
It would be satisfying though. No, but how many of you want to see Jeff do ASMR
Nobody.
in a real serious way because we take ourselves
This is
very
not
seriously.
bangers. We're across the interstate, and we're pretty far from bangers. What about D&D? What about D&D? That's a good question.
I'm helping out with getting figurines and stuff. I like Peter figurines. I'm going to
Well,
help Jeff get all the figurines together.
Well, we haven't announced anything, but sure.
Oh, I mean nothing.
That's okay. Jason, he doesn't work anymore. Michael, I let Michael post about it on Twitter
Oh, yeah,
very
okay.
vaguely. Do you still like furries, lol?
You know what? Can I tell you? I met some furries out in the wild. And when you go and you see furries at a convention, and it's like, oh, here's where furries hang out. No offense to any furries, because I'm not that familiar with the scene. But maybe it was just these two particular people. But they just made a huge scene in a way that was really off-putting. And they like kind of freaked me out a little bit. So I don't know. It was like in a totally different non-furry space. Not that furries should be welcome everywhere. I don't want to get into it.
You're
I don't know.
pretty.
Thanks. Thank you for the
A lot of
subject
people.
change.
A lot of Theater Mode's going great. We've filmed 5 episodes so far. The initial 5 episodes. Then we'll release them, and if you guys like them, we'll make more. But right now, we're done. Do you I forgot what I was gonna say. This is not a bar, actually. It's a grocery store. Yeah.
Just stop. Shut up.
Her eyes are up here. Sarah Silverman had the funniest tweet I've ever seen in my entire life. She said, "Excuse me, sir, my boobs are down here."
She's amazing. She had said something about Jesus that was the funniest thing I've ever heard, but I don't remember what it was.
How long
Look it
will
up.
I be in New York? Just 2 days. I leave tomorrow morning. I'll be there Sunday night and Monday night, and then I come home Tuesday. I'm just there for the Shorty Awards.
He has a jacket. He's gonna wear a jacket for the event.
Well, just in case I win. You never know. You don't want to be a scrub on stage.
It's got sleeves and everything. It's hiding his shame.
You're a jacket. You're a jacket. Yeah, it sucks.
You look very sophisticated. That's good, more than you dress up for our wedding.
That's true. What do you think of Brisbane? I think it's a place in Australia we've never been to. I would love to go. Is it really 40 degrees in New York?
You need a thicker jacket.
Jeff, I got fat. Alright, sure. Talk to me when you're 40, motherfucker.
You gotta get you some
Let's
Lululemons.
see how fat and bold you are, dickhead. It's easy to say when you're 17, cocksucker. What do you think of banjos?
I love banjos.
There you go.
I own a banjo.
You got the real Griffin exclusive.
I own my. I have my second.
She's for him.
I had a banjo that was stolen, then I bought another banjo. But I have never learned to play either of them. It's just really important to have one in the house.
What do you think of danjos? I don't know what that is. Somebody said I do look great. You're right. My grandma used to always tell me I was too skinny, so then I was like, all right, I can take care of that. And then my grandma saw me and she goes, "You've gained a lot of weight." And I was like, all right, so
you
have you.
Walk it back just
You're
like
fucking
a couple
87.
steps.
Who was Wheels? So Wheels was just some dude
I
who
want to
met
find
us
him.
at a bar.
He was awesome. And all right,
We
so
were-
people in the feed thought that we were making fun of him, and maybe it comes. We're shitty people, and that's how we come across all the time. But no, we actually really genuinely liked him, and I thought he was
I
cool.
loved him.
And that song's been. I had to edit that video. I got to edit the video, and that song's been in my head. I've been singing it, and I'm really excited about whoever gets to make a song out of it. And I want to track Wheels down and actually show it to him. But he just like joined our table randomly, and then you guys wrote a song. It was
He
awesome.
creeped out Alan, and then we had to like manage that, and it was good. It was
Alan's
fun.
loosened up a little bit since
He's
then, I
loosened up a
think.
little bit. I don't know. I haven't seen the guy since that day. That was like 3 years ago. We
I'm
haven't seen
actually
him
doing the
since.
Facebook thing. I'm trying to find
We don't
out
even know
where
if he's
he is.
alive. Come back to Hawaii, dude. I would.
I've been thinking about
absolutely
Hawaii.
do it.
I
When are
was
we coming
really
to
happy
Wales?
there.
You know, I'm part Welsh. I would love to come back to Wales, or come to
Pretty
Wales.
cool. We just found out that Geoff is part French, and he has this
Griffin,
French
what do you think of Dan
prisoner
Grushy?
grandfather. He's cool.
So, all right, there you go. She thinks he's cool.
You think he's cool, right?
I'm a big fan of Dan.
Yeah.
Except Gavin's hiding him from us now. Every time
Maybe
Dan
we'll
comes to
see him
town,
next
he
week.
doesn't let us see him. he squirrels him away and doesn't let him hang out with anybody. Gavin gets weird. Gavin gets weird about two British people being in America at the same time. He wants to be the only Brit. I don't think Gavin would let me hire Dan. I think he'd be too weird about it. He'd throw a fit. Do I still hate San? No, I love San Antonio. I flipped on San
I was trying to
Antonio
convince
like
Geoff to
5
buy a
years
house
ago.
there. I was like, let's just move to San Antonio. Fuck it.
What are we drinking?
Beer.
Some sort of Pint House IPA. We're drinking a Pint House IPA. Pint House is a local pizza place that makes its own beer. Brits get very territorial. They do.
He got really mad once when he found out I had friends that were from England before I ever
Why
met
did we
him.
fire? We didn't fire Dirk. Dirk left. It was not a firing. It was like he had other things he wanted to do in his life and
Paternity
be
leave?
behind the scenes. And if she with her. Missouri for the win. If you say so.
It's getting dark, and you have a game to watch.
My game's almost over. I should.
Should we say goodbye to all these people and
Yeah,
give you
say goodbye
stuff?
to radio.
Bye. Say goodbye. Bye, guys.